And welcome to our 44th Unity 3D tutorial. So we're really pouring them out there now. 44 tutorials. We've got quite a good game for 44th. So in today's loading screen, it will be a Ford Crown Victoria, which is I think it's a New York or American police car, and it says the Ford Crown Victoria was the Earthrealm's police car. It can reach speeds of 140 miles per hour and is a specialist car in the realm, aka only policemen have it. It has 4 doors, 4 wheels, and cost 170,000 gold coins. I didn't know how much they would cost compared to the other one, but I thought because of all the paintwork and the lights and the radio, it'd cost more, so I put them on. So I've downloaded the Ford Crown Victoria from the site. I'll put in the description, put it in. For the picture of the thing, I used that, which I'll put in the description as well. So all good. So here it is. I've imported it into my vehicles and Ford Crown Victoria. So we've got 2 of them, blank one and a plane, which isn't very helpful. So we'll import this one, unless what's in car. Well, I'm guessing we're importing this one then. I haven't got a clue what that one's though. Never seen anything like that before, but oh well, we import the car, and as you can see it is tiny. So we obviously need to make it bigger. So we'll put it here and increase the size. Say 3. Big car. Oh, too big, too big. 2.5. Hopefully this is easy to texture as well. That'll do. So we'll go into it, and it of course has loads of parts. How obvious. So let's have a look at the materials, what we have. So we have the basic one. Well, that looks simple enough. So what we're going to do is click this and select every single part. Using Control Shift, open up the mesh render, and you can see we've got a room for material. And all we're going to do is grab the skin and place it on. So we've got that, and then it creates a materials folder, and now we can assign that one to every single one. Boom. There we go. We now have a fully textured police car with dodgy wheels. So place it around there. Of course we've got to try and retexture the wheels. There we go. So we have the 4 wheels, and so, oh no, that's not the wheel. Where's the wheel? 29. So I'm guessing it goes like that. Oh my, this is so annoying. That one, that one. So I was right. Okay, never mind. And for the wheels, what textures do we have? Well, we'll just assign these ones. So we'll drag the 0111 on. So I don't know why, it just might work better. So we'll click that and drag this on. We now have a proper one. So select all the wheels, because as you can see it's created the materials folder again. And we'll just assign it to every single one. Click. There we go. So we have a good police car now, a much better one. So we retextured it, which I don't think I've actually shown you yet, but we are going to do a bit of that in this tutorial, and hopefully we're going to do a bit of the main menu again. So this is going to be kind of a talking one, not so much learning, but it might be good to watch. So I'm going to rename this to Ford Crown Victoria. Of course we're going to put our underscores in to make it work better. There we go. So apparently I already know by looking at that that's going to be backwards, because this blue arrow usually points forwards. Look, usually points forwards. Now where's my back wheel? Over there. So what I'm going to do is actually take all the children out of here like we did. I'm probably going to regret doing this one, so yes. We've got to press this 39 times, was it? That's it. And I'm going to rotate every single one of these. Try and get as close to 180 as possible. And we'll just chop these digits off. Like so. And we'll drag it back in. Boom. Now we have a better one. So that'll work, should work 100%. So what do we need? We first need rigid body, character controller, disabled movement, get in. So we need character controller, rigid body, car movement, which is from our car movement script. Car movement, but it's disabled car movement, and then we need get in vehicle, which is there. So the speed of it, I think I said 130, 140, I can't remember, not 4. I can't remember that much, but yeah. So we don't need to assign that. That's disabled. Gravity, yeah, it wants to use gravity. Now what we've got to do is set our character controller, then we're done. So you can see faintly it's there, but we need it bigger, obviously. How big is it now? It's not so bad. Of course we need to lift it up. That'll do. So we now have our rigid body car. So we can save that. And we can test it, because then that's that one done. Alright, let's test it. So our game's getting bulky now. We now have 4 vehicles. Press enter. Mine's lagging. There we go. So we have a police car. Everything seems to work. And this one will be actually easier than all the rest, because all the rest, their wheels are static to it, so that's going to be much harder to rotate. But these ones, all we do is find the parts, whatever, and then rotate the wheels, so that's quite easy. So now that we've done that, we're going to attempt to texture this one first, retexture it. So let's see. The main texture is usually the top one, so we see it's no name, and if we click it, it's a Humvee texture, so that texture is wrong. So we go into our car 84 sedan, and we're looking at materials, and we have one here, which is the correct texture. So all we're going to do is drag that and drop it on the no name one. Boom. There, we now have a bit of a better texture. Not 100% perfect, but we've still got things to do. We've got another one we need to attach, so we can just drag and drop this on the TGA one, which did nothing. And we need the glass, so where's our glass? I believe it's that one. So if we drag the glass on to that one, and then that should do it, I believe. So we're going to drag the glass and place it on the glass. Whoa, we've got messed up glass. That's not what we want. Glass one. Okay, I don't know why the glass isn't working on that one. It must be set to something else. But we've got a better looking car. So it does look better than what it did. So we've got a license plate and everything. We can eventually retexture it properly, but it's better than it was. I'm not looking to be perfect at this one. That one is meant to be army colours, so that's right. And the Batmobile just looks the best one. Except the window. Can we edit the window? Nope, because it's static. Well, we could. What's it got? It's got the no-name texture on again. There, it really likes that no-name texture. So we're looking at the back wing. Do we have any textures? We have. Kind of. So we've got a material. What we got? We've got glass. We'll assign the glass one to it. Spectre. Is that a Spectre map? I don't know. I can't see it. It says S. I'm guessing it is a Spectre map. So what we're going to do for this one is in our materials folder is right click, create a new material. And we'll just call this glass texture. It doesn't need to be perfect because we're hardly going to see this. And we'll just drag the Batman one on again. And then assign the glass texture to the Batwing Humvee one, which is the no name. Well, it looks better than what it did with the army thing. So we've got a bit of better textures. So we'll leave them cars there at the moment because that's good. We're not going to try and edit all of these because the ones like him, we actually have to use a proper modelling program, which we'll go into another day, but not in this tutorial. So what I'm going to do is open up our main menu script, well, main menu level, and we have it here. So as you can see, we have basic Shadcon there. But we put the spotlight there to highlight it, which we all did. But it's a bit, we can still see everything anyway. It's good, but not brilliant. So what we're actually going to do is stay here, and we'll keep light turned on. And what we're going to do is go to Edit, Render Settings. Now this is the stuff you want to set if you want like fog of war or a skybox, but we'll go into all that later. At the moment we just want to look at ambient light, scene ambient colour. So if we click this, and as we drag this around, as you can see, we can change the colour of the actual lighting. So if you've ever heard of the game Slender, they'll probably use that. Pitch black, you can barely see anything but what's in front of you. So they might use a little bit of less one, like so. Well, so what I'm just going to do is just dark it down so it's pointing at Shao Kahn, so your eyes, when you look at it, automatically, right, that's the light source, that's where we'll look. So what we could do is, again, move the spotlight across a bit, so it's only hitting Shao Kahn. And then we can duplicate it, rotate it the other way, and then bring it back across, so it's like crossing spotlights, if you want to get me. Well, that looks terrible. It looks like alien eyes. So we don't want that. So what we'll do is just drag this back a bit. I'll put it from there. That's a bit better, so it's like closing in, looks like a deep, darkish game. I think I'll keep that for now. I'm not looking for anything perfect, like I keep saying, because we've got ages to edit it. So my phone keeps vibrating, so I took that on the bed. Right, what we're going to do is go back to the 3D text this time, because last time we attempted it, it failed miserably, and I don't know why, but every time I try to recreate that error, it fails. So I don't know. So we'll just look at that. Hello world. Since this one's, we've got more time on this one, what I'm going to do is show you how to edit the pixelation and stop it. So again, we're going to change the font like we always do, and put the font material on. And now, the way you want to change it is by first duplicating this font here. So just click it and press Ctrl/Command D, and it'll duplicate it to number 1, and we'll rename it to Main Menu. Because now with this one, we can edit it, and we can change it to whatever we want. So we're going to make it huge. So we'll go about 100, and you're going to watch it go kaboof. Well, okay, we need to assign it first. And we'll call this Play Game. And we'll assign this one to it. Boom. As you can see, it's huge. Completely out of proportion. So we assign it. But as you can see, the pixelation's gone, kind of. So now all we do is reduce the character size. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 2. What looks the best? 0.215. Mine's crashed. There we go. Hello world. As you can see, the pixelation's almost gone. So it's a much better way to do it. It's not perfect, but yeah. So we'll keep that in there, and we'll rename the text of it to Play. We don't need an underscore. Game. Play game. So we can highlight it, and we can try that one out. So what we'll do is delete our cube, because our cube's boring now. And where's our script gone? Scripty script. Here, main menu. So we'll assign it. Boom. Oh yeah, it's not maximized. So we click that, and oh yeah, we need to assign a box collider to it. I keep forgetting that. Go to Component, Physics, and Box Collider. The reason you have to assign a box collider to it is because if it's not, then you can't click it. You can't use a mouse down on anything what hasn't got a box collider. So GUIs are automatically created with box colliders. So if we click this, now it's loading. As you can see, because our levels are getting bigger, it takes longer. When you export it, you won't need as much power. But as you can see, it is doing something, because it is lagging. There we go. So as you can see, we've got the error back for that one, and we're back into that game, which is good. But also, if you didn't look, we've changed the colour of this one. So one thing I was thinking when I first learnt this was, I don't want it for the whole scene, so I always put it off. But if you do it, then load level. Yes, we want to save it. Watch, when it loads. Kabah. There we go. So as you can see, it doesn't affect it. It's completely different. So it's really, really helpful. So you can change that, and it's only for per level. But if you want it for every level, you'll have to change it manually, obviously. But yeah, so what we're going to do is duplicate this, and we'll call this options. And we'll rename this one. I think that's spelled wrong, I'm not sure though. And we'll move it down. Options. Play game. Options. Right, we need one more for quit. And quitting is for when you quit the actual, when you actually export it, so it's not for now. But we can change that soon. Play game, options, quit. So it's like got a slant to it, which is kind of helpful. I think I'll keep it in for now. So that's good, but now what we need to do is edit our script so it works on every single one. Because at the moment we click any of these, it's going to load the game, which is not what we want. So we're going to open this up, and we're first going to start by creating 3 variables. They're going to be each a boolean. So we're going to type var. You can even make it, well, don't make it a private variable, because then you can't see it in the inspector, and this is where we need to see it. So we'll call this is play game equals false. And then what we'll do is Control/Command D if you're in this, or just copy it 3 times. Is options and is quit. Like so. So they're all false. And the reason behind this is now, because if we go into the options one, which is the first one I've selected, and when it updates, which it's deciding not to, there are no errors, so update. There we go. We can tick the is options one. Don't tick anything else, just to tick the ones where it is for, and you'll see why in a minute. So we've ticked all them. Now each one of these have a true boolean assigned to it. And we're going to type on mouse down if is play game equals true. Then we want it to load the level. So this is basically a way we're choosing between it. And what we can do is duplicate that 3 times. If is options and if is quit. So if we click it, it's going to search, is this one true on this object? Yes it is, so load the level. Is it true? Yes. So we want it to load level, and we'll call this, well, we don't want it to load level, we want it to move the camera, because then we can do some cool fancy effects with it. So we'll call this go to options screen, so we can sort that eventually. Is quit quit game. So I actually think it's application.quit, but this might throw an error, so I'm not 100% sure about this one. Oh, so it is that. So there's your script for it. If you test it though, it won't work. Right now, you can click the play one, it'll work. But if you click that one, it's not going to do no. Well, it'll load. If we click this, it looks like it's not doing anything. But if you were to export it, which we'll do far in the future, but yeah, then it will quit it in the actual, when you build it, you click it, it'll quit it. So yeah. Now what we're going to do is add some fancy effects to it, because we love scripting so much. So we're going to, before this one, in fact we'll do it after, we're going to type function on mouse over, which is basically when you hover over, well that's wrong brackets, when you hover over the game object. So what do we want to do when you hover over it? Well, we could change the colour, that's the easiest one. So if we go back to one of these texts and click the material, as you can see the material has a text colour. Or if we go back to this one, material.renderer here is a much easier one. I think it's that one. Yeah, we can basically change the colour of this. You can't see it, but we can change the font colour here really easily. But we are editing the font. So to do this, you type renderer.material dot color, and then you put what color you want. So we want color dot, we'll say red, and we'll see if that works. I might have spelled renderer wrong. Unknown identifier color. I think it was font color. I'm not sure though. Did you mean colour? Right, okay, so I seem to have forgot that one for now. I'll have to do some research on that later. But, okay, so we're going to drop it here for now. We've made a better main menu. We've showed you a couple of new things, added a new car. So, it's getting better. What it was going to do is when you highlight over them, it changes colour. And then when you come off, it goes back to normal. But I'm sure it was renderer.material. But it's something with that words, but I'll probably got it mixed up backwards. Oh well, we'll probably get it eventually. But if we click play, it will load, it will lag, then it will load up. So yeah, so there you go. Before I go, actually, I'm going to fix this needle tree one, because I know how to fix that one. So if you are getting the same error as me, it's because you're using the material you've got on your tree is a 3D model, and when the billboard effect I think I've talked about before is when you're far away, it turns it to a picture of the tree, so you can actually see the tree, but it saves resources on your processor. But if the 3D models, then it doesn't, so it lags more. So we're going to just edit this for all these, so we'll turn that off. And the easiest way to do this is just actually really simple. So you go to your mod, go to wherever your textures are, because yours could be different to mine. And we'll look at the material. So this one is a leaf. So we're going to click diffuse and wait for it to load. And then we'll click nature, and then we'll choose where it is. You can't actually see that. So if I drag this across here, click it and click nature. As you can see, you've got things to choose from. If we just click create a leaves, it opens up loads more, but we don't need to change any of that. What else do we want? We've got branch, root, and trunk. They're all part of one. So we'll just select all three, click it again, click nature, and click bark. And that's the simplest way to fix it. That error is not going to stop you from playing or anything like that, but it will it's fixed it now. You shouldn't get that error again. So that's it. So I'll drop you here. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.